It's so spooky.
Welcome to Highway 30. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Amy, and we're here to help you get creative.
Spooky. To help you get spooky.
To help you get spooky. It's that time of year.
And it's cold outside.
Yes, it is, finally.
So we have these letters that are blocky and very cool, but they're well loved.
Yes, had them for years, and I think some of them
This one's
got
kind of
wet.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's a sticker.
It's a sticker, but they're heavy and solid.
Yeah. Good pieces of wood,
and
I do like the spooky on it. So this is going to be one of those.
We're just gonna put some more spooky on it.
Right, and and I thought, well, I'll make it a little different, but it's really just kind of recreating the same craft.
And why do something on the front and leave the back naked?
I know exactly. So when we have the opportunity to make something double-sided, what are we gonna do?
Make it double-sided.
We're gonna make it double-sided. So Halloween, and then all I have to do is flip these around and it'll be something for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We need stencils and we need paint, and then we can get started.
Ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. So one little tip for our stencils, we like to use contact paper. It's super cheap compared to the expensive stuff, and it works great. So I
almost think it works
had an issue.
better.
Yeah, no issues with this at all. So feel comfortable buying that.
You have lots of different choices with colors, and sometimes I love to just make it more difficult for myself. When I'm doing a wood item, I like to buy the wood contact paper. It's like a little extra challenge.
It's a challenge.
Yeah. But they have a gray and they have some white ones. The only thing I would avoid is the contact paper from the $1.25 tree. Yeah, it's actually different and it's a lot thinner. I have used it, but it can get frustrating. So
that's a not win.
I would say
from
a no
tree.
from that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Excellent.
Go ahead and spring for. It's not that much more expensive to buy the bigger roll from Walmart. It's much heavier, or Target, or online, Amazon.
Yeah. Online.
I don't know. Wherever you can find it. Another tip that I always use when I'm going to not use the mat on the Silhouette, I'm sure the Cricut is the same way.
Yes.
Instead of cutting it at 12 inches, I go ahead and cut it at 13 so that I can give myself a little bit of extra room on both sides, just in case it shifts or...
Because it doesn't matter, but you have that extra couple inches.
Just a little
for
extra.
it to wobble.
Because unfortunately, this is not wide enough to get two pieces out of anyway. So I'll just use that shorter side for smaller pieces.
With the mat.
With the mat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I'll go one more to the side.
Beautiful. That's so straight and perfect.
Yeah. And we'll save this for later.
Extra.
Time to cut. No. That's the blue circle of death.
Oh no.
Not responding.
Oh no, it's frowny face of death.
Oh no. Boo. And we're back.
We're back.
Crisis taken care of. Send.
pass. So before we start weeding, we wanted to kind of give you our thought process for each of these blocks.
Because we need to know whether we're going to do the positive or the negative for the stencil. I went through a couple of different things, but I think this is going to be the simplest way. So we're going to paint the whole block in plaster, and then instead of adding a stencil for the letters, we're going to actually add the sticker. So is that the positive or the negative, Sarah?
It's the positive.
So we're going to add the positive. Our O will be white, and then I'm going to add a little bit of a tape on the edge. Maybe to give it a little frame. I like this. I'm not going to change it that much.
Right. So then we're actually painting the negative space. So that when we peel the sticker, we'll have the plaster that shows through.
So we'll paint the black on this side. For the thanks side, we're going to do a little bit of a antique wax faux wood look. So we're also going to use the stickers for the letters. For the extra little leaves that we have, that's actually going to be a stencil.
It's going to be very layered.
Last step.
We're going to take one step at a time.
Exactly. It's kind of like the bingo board. I actually had to write out the steps for the bingo board so that I wouldn't mess up.
But if you do that, then it's easy. So you're just following, you know, what order to do things in. And
exactly. Did you see the bingo board?
Did you see that?
It was pretty cool.
You should watch it.
Let's link that below. While you're there, subscribe and give our video a like if you're enjoying it. And we'd love to see you back. So don't forget. All right, let's get to weeding.
Okay.
Spooky.
Spooky is going to be a sticker.
Yes. So we're going to leave the letters. Take away the big blocks. I did pick a different font.
It's a spooky font.
I think this font is more spooky than the other spooky fonts.
It is more spooky.
There you go. See, I changed it up.
You did. So different.
There's probably going to be a whole lot of eyeballing on this one as to where the letters go. That's all right.
That's okay. That works. Spooky. Although we do have rulers. Done. All right. Okay, same thing here.
Yes. Oh, I got us a present too.
You did?
That we'll have to have in a future video. I bought us some of those little weeding things that you stick on your finger and to take the little tiny pieces.
Nice. So they don't get all stuck.
So we'll test that in another video.
Sticker. It.
Oh, well, I mean, they're all stickers.
No, he's not good.
Stencil. So
all right, so we're peeling
away the leaves.
Take away the leaves.
And the acorns.
That was much easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, so now we got leaves.
To begin the painting process of these blocks, I'm going to give the entire block a coat of Waverly plaster on all sides. To get this completely covered, I ended up painting 3 coats, and actually I think I did a 4th coat on the side that originally had the letters. I really did no prep at all to these blocks before I started. I just put the paint on. Next, I'm taping off the edges with some washi tape I found in my drawer. And actually that washi tape worked really well and didn't bleed at all. That's a nice tip. It's a good size, and I almost think it might have worked better than some painter's tape that I've used. After I add the washi tape, then I put the letters in preparation to put the Waverly ink paint on top. Flipping to the other side, I need to line up the blocks for the word thanks. I wanted a different look on the back, and while the word spooky was perfect in different sizes, it really looked odd to fill up the different size blocks with the word thanks. That's when I decided that I'll be filling up that extra blank space with the leaves later for that layered look that we're going for. One coat of the Waverly ink ended up covering those spooky letters perfectly. I enjoyed giving that wood look with the Waverly Antique Wax. As you can see, I started out with a thin coat, not giving it that complete coverage. You can continue with that, but here I really wanted the letters to pop just like they had been painted on top of the wood. So I went with full coverage on that. I even did a little bit of shading in darker area around the actual letters, which might have kicked me in the butt later with bleeding issues, but we'll get to that. Now on to giving the stencil that layered look for the leaves. I wanted some of the leaves to look like they were draping over and under the letters. So I had to sit there and think about it for quite a while about which parts of the letter stencils I needed to keep and which I needed to take away. Here I'm just marking the parts of the stencil that I want to keep, and those will be the areas where the leaves look draped behind the letters. And then I'm going to go back and take everything else away. Even though I prep these stencils with a coat of color or Mod Podge to prevent that bleeding, I did have the issue with the antique wax bleeding quite a bit. So I did decide on this one to actually go back, and I used the plaster to clean up the edges because I did want it to look nice and clean on this project. So I'll finish it all up with a coat of matte varnish spray paint, because I do like that matte look. I didn't want these to be shiny, even though, as you can see with the wet paint, they do look pretty cool shiny. In the end, they're going to have the matte finish. We're so glad that you joined us today to see this transformation. We hope you enjoyed watching us, and if this inspires you to create something similar, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And while you're there, please click on the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you next week.